Good morning, everyone. The Vietnamese proverb, money that goes first is wise money, may sound simple, but it carries layers of meaning shaped by real-life experience and human behavior. At the first glance, some might interpret it negatively, as if everything can be shown with money, but the wisdom of the elders goes much deeper. This saying is not merely about money itself, but about being proactive, thoughtful, and understanding how to use one's resources wisely and ethically. To begin with, quote, money going first, end quote, symbolizes preparation and awareness. In life, those who think ahead, prepare ahead, and act at the right time often find things flowing more smoothly. For example, when parents make sure their children's school needs are fulfilled or fully prepared, tuition paid on time, school supplies ready, and respectful communication with teachers, it is not about bribery, it is about responsibility and respect. This kind of going first creates harmony and mutual understanding. On the other hand, if we are careless and unprepared, waiting until the last minute to act, we often face unnecessary obstacles. The wise money in this proverb reflects the wisdom of foresight, the ability to move one step ahead rather than reacting too late. However, the proverb also contains a hidden warning. If misunderstood, money going first can become an excuse for unethical behavior, such as bribery, manipulation, or buying favors. In that case, what appears to be wise becomes foolish in the long run. Therefore, when teaching children, it is important not to let them believe that money can solve everything, but to help them understand the true value of money and the moral responsibility behind how it is used. Let's look at some practical examples to make this lesson clearer for the next generation. First, in education, a child who studies regularly, prepares lessons before class, and completes homework on time is practicing money going first. Here, the money is not actual currency, but effort and discipline. As a result, the child feels confident and performs better. In contrast, a child who procrastinates and scrams at the last minute often struggles. The wisdom lies in preparation. Second, in the workplace, a person who punctual, responsible, and builds good relationships with colleagues is also investing early. When opportunities or promotion arise, that person is more likely to be trusted, not because of favoritism, but because they have already proven their character and reliability over time. Third, in relationships, when we treat others with kindness from the beginning, a warm greeting, helping hand, a sincere gesture, we are sending out wise money. Later, when we are in need, we are more likely to receive support in return. This reflects the deeper truth: what we give first often returns to us in meaningful ways. Through these examples, parents can teach their children an essential lesson. Wisdom is not measured by how much money you have, but how wisely you prepare, act, and treat others. At the same time, it is crucial to have children distinguish between true wisdom and cunning behavior. True wisdom is about being thoughtful, respectful, and responsible. Cunning, on the other hand, is about exploiting situations or using money to gain unfair advantages. Without proper guidance, children may grow up believing that money equals power, an idea that can damage their character. A powerful way to teach is through real-life stories. People who use money to gain shortcuts but eventually lost trust, and others who live with integrity and earn lasting respect. These stories help children see that lasting value lies not in money but in character. In the end, the proverb, "Money that goes first is wise money," is like a double-edged sword. If understood correctly, it teaches us to be proactive, prepared, and considerate. If misunderstood, it can lead to materialism and moral compromise. So when passing this wisdom to the next generation, we must guide them carefully. Go ahead of life with diligence and responsibility. Invest in kindness and sincerity. And remember that the wisest money is not what opens doors, but what is earned and used with integrity. That is the true wisdom our ancestors intended, a wisdom that not leads to success, but also help us walk through life with dignity and honor. Thank you so much, and I hope you understand the meaning of this ancient saying. And thank you again if you click subscribe and like button to support my channel.